Arsenal and Chelsea have joined the race to sign an £83 million rated prodigy, who is even younger than Ethan Nwaneri. Meanwhile, footage from Arsenal's training ground reveals that 3 key players remain absent ahead of the Liverpool clash. The club is also evaluating its interest in Raheem Sterling, considering a potential permanent transfer after his loan from Chelsea. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest Arsenal news straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Arsenal's scouting network has been actively monitoring a promising young forward to bolster their squad, in line with Mikel Arteta's approach of nurturing youth talent. Arteta's willingness to trust young players has already produced significant results, with Bukayo Saka blossoming into a top-tier Premier League star under his guidance. Other academy graduates, including Emile Rowe and Albert Sambi Lokonga, have also made valuable contributions. Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly represent the latest generation looking to make their mark at the Emirates. The 17-year-olds have impressed Arsenal supporters with their skill and maturity, showing that they're eager to carve out permanent roles for themselves in the first team. With an eye on the future, Arsenal are now tracking another exciting teenage talent, hoping he could be the next young star to make a difference in North London. Arteta's track record suggests that if the right player is found, he'll have every chance to shine on the big stage at the Emirates. Sporting teenager Giovanni Quenda is now on the Gunners' radar. The Portugal under-17 international is a huge talent who has caught the eye of top clubs across Europe. As reported by Caught Offside, Arsenal and Chelsea are among the numerous top clubs closely monitoring highly rated Sporting Lisbon wonder kid Giovanni Quenda, who could already cost as much as €100 million. That €100 million figure equates to around £83 million, a remarkable price tag to have been attached to one so young. Who is Giovanni Quenda? Quenda, born in April 2007, is indeed younger than Arsenal's Ethan Nwaneri by just a month, yet has already made impressive strides with Sporting CP. The young winger has featured regularly in Sporting's first team this season, amassing 13 appearances across all competitions, including 3 in the Champions League. This early exposure to top-level football has showcased Quenda's remarkable maturity and skill on the field, sparking interest from major clubs like Arsenal. His rapid progress at such a young age highlights his potential to become a key player, and with Arsenal's focus on nurturing youthful talent, Quenda could be a fascinating prospect for Mikel Arteta's long-term vision. Quenda indeed mirrors Bukayo Saka in style, primarily playing on the right wing and using his left foot to cut inside, a tactic that's become central to Saka's playmaking at Arsenal. While Quenda is not yet as polished or versatile as Saka, his profile suggests a similar attacking threat, showing agility, technical finesse, and promising awareness on the field for someone his age. However, as Arsenal already possess one of the Premier League's top right wingers in Saka, investing heavily in another young, unproven player might seem premature. Arsenal's recruitment strategy, guided by Arteta, has leaned towards balancing immediate impact with potential, which means Quenda might be viewed as a longer-term option. Bukayo Saka, Jurrien Timber, and Ricardo Calafiori miss Arsenal training before Liverpool. Footage from Sky Sports has now revealed that Bukayo Saka, Jurrien Timber, and Ricardo Calafiori have all missed training just 2 days before Arsenal's clash with Liverpool. It emerged after the victory over Shakhtar that Saka and Timber would face late fitness tests to see if they could participate, whilst Calafiori appears set to be sidelined after being withdrawn in midweek. Although Arsenal have alternative options to Saka and Timber, if they are to stand any chance against Liverpool, they will need both players to return. The timing of Calafiori and Timber's unavailability couldn't be worse for Arsenal. Liverpool's swift, incisive wing play, led by the likes of Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz, presents a serious threat, especially if Arsenal can't field their first-choice defenders out wide. This loss of pace and defensive solidity on the flanks could make Arsenal's back line particularly vulnerable. In addition to defensive concerns, Arsenal's creative capabilities are also under pressure. With both Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard out, Arsenal's build-up play and goal-scoring scoring opportunities are likely to be hindered, even with experienced alternatives like Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling stepping in. Sterling, on loan from Chelsea, will have a point to prove, especially facing Liverpool, but he's yet to hit his stride. Meanwhile, Jesus' goal drought and wavering confidence add another layer of difficulty. With these challenges, Arteta may need to adopt a more flexible strategy, relying on Arsenal's midfielders and defenders to counteract Liverpool's speed while capitalizing on any opportunities to break forward. How Arsenal now feel about signing Raheem Sterling from Chelsea on permanent deal after his loan spell. Raheem Sterling's loan to Arsenal was anticipated as a strategic addition, aiming to bring both experience and a scoring touch to ease the load on Bukayo Saka. While his goal and assist against Bolton showcased his potential, his impact has yet to resonate in Arsenal's biggest matchups, leaving fans eager for Saka's return. Sterling's role became even more scrutinized after his substitution following Saliba's red card against Bournemouth, and with Saka sidelined, many hoped Sterling would step up to maintain Arsenal's offensive threat. Arteta's intent was clear. Sterling was to be more than just backup, ideally an upgrade from Rice Nelson and a player who could handle the high stakes that come with Arsenal's ambitions. However, with Sterling yet to cement himself as a reliable alternative on the right wing, his contribution will need to grow if he's to be the impactful addition Arteta had envisioned. That being said, according to journalist Charles Watts, who shared his insight via the Daily Briefing, Arsenal have already begun looking at Sterling alternatives for next summer. Watts said that we know Arsenal are looking at alternative options out wide right now, and mentioned the links to Borussia Dortmund's Jamie Gittins and Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. Given Sterling's age and financial implications, it's difficult to envision Arsenal committing to a permanent transfer. While a cut-price deal could make him a viable option, Chelsea would likely demand a substantial fee to recoup part of their original £50 million outlay. Additionally, Sterling's hefty wage would become Arsenal's full responsibility, a stark increase from their current contribution. Thus, unless Sterling's impact grows significantly this season, Arsenal may remain cautious about a long-term move. They'd need to weigh his contributions against not only the transfer fee, but also his salary demands, which could otherwise be invested in younger or more pivotal assets aligned with Arteta's long-term vision. Gabriel Jesus could become a long-term option for Mikel Arteta out wide. Arsenal may indeed face challenges if they hope to sell Gabriel Jesus in the summer, as his value and wage demands could limit the pool of interested clubs. Rather than offloading him, Mikel Arteta might instead consider a different role for Jesus, potentially as a backup or rotation option for Bukayo Saka on the right wing, where he has shown flashes of his quality, particularly in the recent Champions League game against Shakhtar Donetsk. Ian Wright has urged fans to stay supportive of Jesus, pointing out his experience and work ethic as valuable assets. Given his versatility and potential to perform across different roles, keeping Jesus could strengthen Arsenal's depth without requiring a high-cost transfer to replace him. This approach would allow Arteta to focus investment on other pressing needs, like a new center forward, while retaining an adaptable player with Premier League and Champions League experience. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.